Okay, it's recording now. Janky promotions, please forgive us. This is the very first official episode of According to Who. I am Dee,
I am Kayla.
and thank you guys for listening to us. I'm surprised, bitch, because I'm a quitter.
Welcome,
I
welcome.
don't finish it, so I'm glad we're here recording, ho, because this is not what I do. I start shit and bitch, I leave.
Yeah, we made it happen. We made it happen.
Okay, so today is the 17th, right?
Yeah, 17.
Okay, so today we're just going to be doing our intro. So this is kind of like our first date with you guys. So please don't try to get laid. It's not happening. But head is welcome, as always. As
Smart.
always. Um, but we're just gonna be letting you guys know a little bit more about who we are, what type of panties we like, and all the extra shit that you share with motherfuckers that you don't know.
Right, the good stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff, all the fun good stuff. Um, Today's the 17th. We're recording it early. You guys won't get this until the 27th. The only reason we're recording it early is because somebody has a life and
See, what happened was it's my friend's birthday. You know,
yeah,
I shall be back. I shall be back. I'm flying out of town, so I'm coming back on what next week? Tuesday, actually. Well,
Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Okay, we're recording then too.
Yep.
Let's pray this bitch makes it here.
I will.
We're flakers. Know this ahead of time. We will flake on your ass. So that is something that you guys can get to know now. We flake.
It's love though, love and dedication, honey. If you get it done, it's dedication.
Yeah, all of that. We like your baby daddy. If you got one, we mean well, but sometimes a nigga just fuck up.
Right, we might not show up. Right.
But we meant to come goddamn, but it was a move.
Right.
That we couldn't miss. So, who wants to start?
Okay, well, I start. As said, my name is Kayla. I'm about 5'4" ish. Sort of.
With brown eyes.
Right, kind of curly hair, kind of sometimes.
Bitch, ain't no kinda. You got the whole curl box over there. You know, goddamn kinda. I hate when bitches with the best goddamn curl pattern want to be modest. Bitch,
girl, that ain't no thing as best curl pattern, but that's another story.
Okay, yeah, you right. Correct me as I sit over here.
But then again, I love dogs, both kinds.
What?
That's another story. But
hold up, dude. What kind of dogs do you like?
What kind are you talking about?
It don't matter. What's your favorite kind? Shit.
I think the kind that I really like
animals.
The
animal.
I would say probably I want a Frenchie or an English bulldog.
I like English bulldogs, but they're lazy as fuck.
I know.
And they slide a lot.
I don't care, but they're good watchdog, which means if shit pops off, you gonna be ready.
Okay, so you have a type. You like niggas who are lazy as fuck, stay at home and slap a lot.
No, my type is for you to be quiet and sit down and let me do what I need to do. But if something happens, she my backup.
And slap a lot.
I don't need no slap. You gonna have to as you can tell, all the shit white. I ain't got no time for this. No. But yeah, I moved to Atlanta now. What 2014? It was actually beginning of 2014, January something.
You wasn't missing shit.
No, I really didn't. And then before that, I was in Savannah for a good little while. Went to Georgia Southern. And
fake GSU, but we not gonna go there.
We're not going there right now.
We're not.
But
state.
That and I moved to DS in 06. And I've been here ever since. So Atlanta has been a monster by itself. It's been interesting.
It's an interesting place to be. I can say that.
As a black woman in Atlanta, you deal with goblins. Like, call it what it is. You deal with goblins. So I met this guy. So I met this guy. So I don't know if I told you this. Well, he ended up telling me in Atlanta that before he came here from Houston, that the ratio is off. So he was told that it's like four women to one man Right.
Why do they be giving out these skewed
But
facts?
so I told him, I was like, you know what? That might be true. But if you take all the chicks out that have like 4 kids by 4 different niggas, or the ones that are ineligible in so many ways. So if you really,
What makes a chick ineligible?
you want me to be
So
honest,
she trying to fuck your sister?
type of situation.
Okay, it's a bunch of them, and them bitches pay bills. I love them.
Anyway,
It is.
so but really, real life, truly. So I was like, the dating pool kind of in our age group is really not that big. So if you use all type of age groups, cool. But really, our generation, like the late 20s, mid to late 20s type of situation, or even early 30s, really educated folk. It's not that many of us. Like even all the way up to DC and back, we kind of there's a chance that you know somebody that knows that person. You know what I'm saying? Like it's connected somehow.
It's really small. The educated
Exactly.
of African Americans.
So that's why I said I was like, nah, bruh, it's even. I was like, it's even. Y'all just think y'all come to Atlanta and I feel like no money. The reality is y'all just end up dealing with more, but with the quality has,
the quality dwindles. That's true. Now that is true, and I don't think anybody ever talks about that.
Nope.
So how long you been single? I was making sure I asked you that question before you asked me this. So how long you been single?
So officially, I've been single.
Hold on. I want y'all to take note. That when bitches give this answer, it's 2 different answers.
Well, in real life, if I would have talked to a nigga, I would have said, 2 years ago. 3 years. Meanwhile, it would have been 2014.
Mm.
But the real true life answer, I started messing with my ex about May last year. So.
Okay, so you real single. My shit is the complete opposite, bitch.
So go ahead. So, how long have you been single?
That nigga broke up in like 2009 or 10. I can't forget it. It's a terrible time. I've been in fake relationships. Where it's like I'm just doing this for the moment. Don't tell nobody. Like we go together, but don't nobody else know. Right. I've been in a few of those.
A series of unfortunate events.
Right. Great stories. And then I had one guy that I went to college with. If you know me, you know who I'm talking about. He's like, I'd marry him.
Right.
Not really. But he was great.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he was great. If you know what
I know.
Yeah, so that was like a year ago. He moved, so that kind of slowed it down, but I still tap that.
Right.
To this day.
Right.
I fly to that.
Yeah, no, like for real. That's a shit when you drive 7 hours for just.
Oh no, bitch! I ain't driving. You heard me say fly. Fuck that. Get no miles out my ass. No,
girl. So when did you move to Atlanta?
I got here in 2007. Like I graduated in 2007. Cool dogs. Oh, bitch, don't do that. Don't do that, because the bill do. Girl. We don't got no cool saying. Claudio got it. But anyways, graduated in 2007. I moved here in August of 2007, and I've been here ever since. I'm tired of it. It's not all it's cracked up to be. It's cool.
Right.
It's not the best.
No.
The niggas food is slim. Plus, educated black men feel like their dick is
golden.
You took the words out of my mouth. Yes, they feel like it's golden.
Right.
And 4 or 5 bitches are supposed to be fighting over their dick because it's that good. They don't care whether it's big or small. They feel like it's good. Like there are no little dick nigga rules down here.
Yeah, like Atlanta destroyed the ratio. Like back in the day, if you knew that your shit was little, niggas were humble. These days, since you're in Atlanta, you feel like you're doing something.
It don't matter, my dick.
It don't matter.
Good pussy. Well, you don't stand a good pussy eating line. Y'all don't get the fuck.
I don't pause. And even that, let me destroy that right there.
What?
I don't care how good you claim you are at something. First of all, dude, you're not finishing business. That's like that's like you really,
All
you
this
snacking. So my thing is like, okay, you're not really giving me the main course. You can't handle or you can't provide the main course. So what you doing? You're not allowed to be loud. You're not allowed to have a voice. Really, your opinion doesn't matter at that point. So really and
you
truly, for
are
those,
extra with no line.
yeah, it's just like niggas here is just real extra, and you're not providing the type of balls to go ahead and have that type of, you know.
Did you say balls?
Yes, I said that
I
type
like
of
that
balls.
word. But yeah, I agree with you. To a certain extent.
You know what I mean?
I don't need the D as much. I can be okay with appetizer. The sampler, I'm okay with that.
No.
Yeah, bitch. As
That's
long as I get,
pre-game.
my whole thing is as long as I get there.
It's pre-game to me.
It's only been one person where I definitely had to have that, and that was Mr. Outfly too.
Okay.
But everybody else, I've just been setting myself up for disappointment because it really hasn't been as good as that. Which is, it's terrible. If you don't marry the man that gave you the best, then you might
Yeah.
as well just be a
My
hoe.
thing is like, so do you think that? Because I don't met that person for me. So
Really?
yeah, I did.
Oh, it's great, isn't it?
No, it's horrible because he's not shit. So
Oh, yeah.
right.
Okay.
That's another episode. But my question is, so what do we do if you feel something? Because my question was even to my friends prior to, if we meet somebody that we think is that guy, and you have that connection, whatever, roller coaster. It's great when it's great. It's amazing when it's bad. It's real bad. And then you don't work out, but that's the dude that you're really emotionally attached to in a certain type of way. So if that doesn't work out, where do we go from there? And especially at our age, because my thing is like we all say that we don't want to settle, but in a certain type of way, when reality hits, don't we all? Because think about it. Most people that I know that are in like functional relationships, I don't care how much you rain down up and how much y'all love each other and all this extracurricular. In some shape or form, your ass did settle. Because that's not the person, unless, some of you have some fairy tales, whatever. Nigga, we're not talking about y'all. But the other 80%,
The general
population, like, do we really get to be happy? Like, is that happiness though, or do you find happiness in stability and being content?
I don't seek happiness in stability and being content. I'd rather be alone with a couple vibrators, some good music, some good wine. That's not a life I would choose, but for some people, that's what they've always wanted.
Like, it's weird. I have my moments. Like I feel as though I want to have my stable home, my family. I want to see the things that I look forward to are not like these married couple bullshit things that people usually think. What I look forward to is like, for example, my husband being in the bedroom or whatever in my kid's room, telling her or telling him or her like this crazy amazing story that he just made up, and my child being like, oh my god, for real, just really excited about the bedtime
You
story.
look forward to the moments.
I look forward to that, or waking up in the morning and he's already in the kitchen making banana pancakes with the kids, or those
you
things.
want 90s R&B, love
Right,
songs,
that's
love and basketball type of shit. That's what you want. You want movie type of love, bitch. You got to fall out of love with that shit. We watched too many of them goddamn romantic comedies, and all of us walk around here fucked up because I want to be Neil Long and Love Jones. And I'm looking for, what's his name? Is it Darnell? Julius? I don't know what the fuck his name is, but it's
we know what he looked like.
Lorenz Tate.
Right.
I want one of him, but I don't like short guys, so that kills that reality.
Like I said, we gotta settle somehow.
I just don't think you have to settle. I feel like if you have to settle, then you shouldn't do it.
I mean, it makes sense. It sounds plausible, but
you should do it. Like,
I can honestly say if
our side niggas, that's where they come in handy.
See, I'm an asshole. I can't do that.
Really? I think it may be necessary if you could build a nigga. Like you got one dude for this. TK Kirkland said this is feasible, and he said it's actually something that women should do. You should have one guy to pay your bills. You should have one guy to be there for you emotionally. You should have one guy that, is the freak and takes you there sexually. And you need one guy to be there to push you career wise.
I mean, I can see that to an extent.
That's a building nigga.
I mean, yeah,
that's the perfect guy.
My thing
I
is,
see him.
You see him?
I see him.
The reason why I say I couldn't is because there's too many hands in the pot for him. My thing is like I'm the type of person, I'm very black or white.
No,
literally, I either fuck with you or I don't. So if I have to make gray areas, I'm not comfortable with that because that it's like certain type of things that I can or cannot do. You know what I'm saying? That it's not a right or wrong. It gets murky waters. I'm not really fooling with their shenanigans. So to me, if I deal with a dude and I'm really committed to you, we're committed. So which means if you cross me at that end, nigga, I'm set.
Oh, you was set it off type bitch.
But in the end, it's just kind of like if I'm committed, I'm committed.
Okay, so you're in it or you're not. There's no halfway in, halfway out. See, I'm a halfway in, halfway out. Like my bags are on the floor, they're in the house, but the car is up. The car started. Like,
right.
This shit could
Boxes
go down.
Unpacked, you never unpack it.
This shit could go down at any moment. Like I could be the fuck out.
Like you're the type of person you move in, but you don't unpack your boxes.
No unpacking, no unpacking. We living out of suitcases and boxes because I don't know where this could go. I think I have trust issues, although I like to think that I've healed from all the fuck niggerdom that I've been through. I think I may have trust issues. I think we all have trust issues.
I was about to say I think we all do. Like honestly, I feel as if this is something I realized with another friend of mine who didn't really start dating until later. Mm-hmm. We all get damaged eventually. It's just different timelines. So I feel like with us, I mean, I can say my hurt came like I got fucked over when I was 18, but that didn't really hurt because I was like, whatever,
you was out here.
Right. I was like, nigga, I ain't really worried about you. I was like, whatever. So, and then my real hurt came when a nigga convinced me. Like, I really wasn't feeling dude like that, but he convinced me to give him a chance.
Persistence.
He was. And honestly, I used to say I didn't want kids. This dude made me change my mind. Mm-mm. And it was weird, like, because I was just like, I don't want that. But he made me want that with him. Like, we just clicked well. Gemini ass nigga. It's another situation to talk about. But anyway.
We gonna get into them signs.
Right. But we vibed and he changed. Like, he didn't purposely change my mind. It just happened progressively. Mm-hmm. And he was a fucking con. Like, this shit was all a fucking lie. Like, our feelings might have been true, but his intent or his situation wasn't, because this nigga had a whole baby mama that he was gonna.
Oh, this nigga had a whole family. Mine is fairy tale.
Right, but the crazy thing was his child was around me. Like I thought he told me they were co-parenting, so I believed him.
No. Did they stay together?
Come to find out, they had a house together.
And when you found that out, did he say we should be separate rooms?
No. He didn't. I didn't know that they were living together. That's another story as to why, but. I was 19 and I believed the shit that he told me. And there were signs now looking back at it. Hindsight is 20/20, but
always.
I believed him, and besides that, everybody's like, oh, you're so critical. So give it a chance. He's not usually what you would date, but give him a chance. Mm-hmm. See, and that's where we all fuck up. But let your friends
stop listening to your friends.
Fuck your friends.
So bump what your friends say. Fantasia Ben told y'all that. See, y'all didn't think you could get advice from Fantasia. She said bump what your friends say.
I mean, she might be barely able to read, but she knew something.
Ooh, bitch, don't do Tasia. She's my soft spot.
I don't care.
You can't talk about Tasia.
We already
can't talk about Monica. You can't talk about Miss Whitney, the Houston.
Can we talk about Michael Jackson though?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, thank you, because I don't like that motherfucker. I'm sorry. He did touch kids. I don't care.
Yeah, we're not going into that, bitch. We just started our podcast. Not trying to have this shit stop because we talking about Michael fucking Jackson. No, ma'am. Chill out. We gonna leave him alone. Girl. Let him rest up there with all of the glue. Up there. Okay.
Right. Up there. About that.
So, when did I get hurt? I don't want to talk about it. Let's move on. It's not fun. It's not fun, bitch. I got tricked. I got bamboozled twice, and after having seen twice, you like nigga.
You know what?
I won't strike out.
This is a good question. I want to know from men. Do y'all intentionally bamboozle us? Like, is it something that you scheme up in the beginning? Or is it something that just progresses?
Watch me fuck her life up.
Right. Like, is it something that just progresses? Or is it just something where yeah, I'm about to lie about this? Or, because my question is, how do you progress something for like months or even a year or 2 years?
I'm talking years. I'm talking about annuals.
Right.
I'm not talking about months.
Like, nigga, I'll have to give them kudos. I mean, they give us kudos for birthing children, but nigga, I have to give you kudos for being a fucking con artist by nature. Because that shit.
I ain't giving you no kudos.
Now that shit crucial.
Fuck you and your mother. I got a nigga. I don't fuck with his mother because I think that bitch shady. I don't fuck with her. Oh, like how they say on God, I don't fuck with her. Like,
no man, I
don't want her talking to me, like nothing. And I used to love her, but I don't fuck with her.
Now see, my ex as well, my first ex when I first moved here, his mama was like trying to be my mama too. We were tight. But this all lied on me. Like, I ended up telling his dad, all the shenanigans that happened and why we were breaking up and all this extra stuff. His mom, he ended up saying, why didn't you tell nobody, So I ended up saying, well, shit, I told your wife. This bitch looked at me, no, you didn't. I said, oh, hell no. Bitch, you done faked the damn stroke. She's a hypochondriac, like, acting like she couldn't breathe. Bitch, you fat. It's okay. She took hydroxycut. Ate like 5 damn hot dogs and laid down and said her heart was racing. She thought she had a heart attack. No, bitch. Happened because your fat ass laid down taking hydroxycut. But anyway, let me not talk about everybody got there.
Did you just ate bitch took hydroxycut?
No, she really did.
She was trying to lose weight.
Eating the hot dogs and then laying down to go to sleep.
She thought, bitch, well, I would take these fucking 5 hydroxycut.
So they didn't put her on the damn oxygen machine.
My grandma, I think my granny's a hypochondriac.
Girl, I ain't got time for that shit, but she was so extra shit, and she's a fucking hoarder, so she wanted me to help her clean the house.
What?
Girl, I was like, I can't deal with this shit. I was like, I better get y'all damn mama.
Oh my goodness. So what was your favorite ex?
My favorite ex?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly...
But please don't give me this nigga name. But
no.
Okay, maybe I'll narrow it down so it's a little bit more inconspicuous. What was your favorite thing about your favorite ex?
I think our chemistry was just live. Like, we both were... He legit made me, I wouldn't say he made me feel alive, but he understood me. Kind of like, when you meet somebody and y'all just vibe, y'all click, and it's just kind of natural. It was very organic, however you want to call it.
Oh, but it's on your
right. But we kind of, we're both Gemini, so I don't know if it had something to do with that. But he kind of understood me. We moved in similar ways, similar patterns, so it just kind of, it was real easy. So it didn't take me a million words to explain how I felt. And the same thing with him. And I have my ways where I'm really emotional and I have my days where I'm real cold, but he was the same way. So we moved in similar ways. So he was my friend. Like, I would say the best thing about him was that I really genuinely appreciated. I grew to love him. And I think that's why he was that big of a deal to me. What about you?
You grew to love him, girl. I ain't grown to love nobody. I was falling because I ain't know no better.
She's like, I was lost. I didn't know.
I'm telling you the truth. I didn't know no better, girl. My mom ain't sit me down and had some type of conversation.
That shit. We learned. These
are the type of things. Trial and error.
Right. These are, matter of fact, go ahead.
Okay, so my favorite ex, my favorite thing about them, their humor.
Yeah.
And I hate that, I really don't fuck with this nigga like that.
Because he's funny as shit.
Because he's funny as fuck. We had the best moments. Like, I'll be talking to my friends and I'll be like, and they'll be like, it wasn't with you.
Yeah.
You hate
You remember that one time we saw it?
Damn, that wasn't shit.
Right.
Just get your non-funny ass on.
Right. That should make you angry immediately.
But yeah, it was his humor because he could piss you off and then make you laugh. And that's not easy.
No.
That's not easy to do. So it was his humor. That was my favorite thing about him. But I'm so glad his ass is gone. He was not the one. Lord knows. But I miss his humor. I wish we could at least be friends.
Do you think you could be his friend though?
Could I be his friend? I don't think his wife will like if I'm his. But I could be the nigga friend now.
Yeah.
I don't hate him no more.
The funny thing is, dude is married too. So
we ain't shit up here talking about niggas, bitches, husbands, and shit.
I don't give a fuck. He was married while I was fucking him. Well, not when I started fucking him, but that's a different story. Then he's a liar.
Yeah, they all do that. I think that's like I think they give a class like when you come out your mom's womb. That's the last time you really be loyal to pussy. They just give you like a seminar. That's what they got a syllabus and everything.
I really believe, honestly, I believe it's something genetically wrong with these niggas. Like they missing something. But
some chromosomes.
But honestly, to switch it up though,
it's that Y bitch. That's what it is.
To be honest with you, but to switch it up as far as the most genuine kind of love I've ever felt, and like not discrediting the entire situation. Like I mean, because I'm not infallible, I do stupid shit, and I used to be a hothead. Like Tom saying, "Go shut your mouth."
Oh, okay. I was gonna say like I'm used to,
but I have literally, I've been in a situation before where I can truly say I screwed up, and it was because we young and dumb. So it's not necessarily speaking that these people were bad for us or they were bad people or whatever. It's just sometimes timing ain't right. And I mean, hell, we're just kind of now becoming adults. Really, because I don't give a fuck. In the early 20s.
Oh, no, bitch, I wasn't grown. I was somebody's child.
Yeah, you were a child. Yeah. Sit down.
I didn't become grown until after 21. So technically, I'm not going to tell y'all niggas my age. So I've only been grown for a few years. I mean, I'm a toddler.
I don't mind telling motherfuckers. I'm damn 27, turning 28, nigga. I'm old, kind of. But honestly, on the
well, I might as well tell y'all, because when we tell y'all we're the same age, y'all go figure it the fuck out. So I'm 27 and I'm 28 this year.
Right.
So technically, I've been an adult for about 6 years. I go to first grade next year.
I would say, I mean, legally speaking, I was an adult, and I thought I was an adult. I did adult things.
Oh, I was fucking.
Right. Not just that, but also like, the type of financial situations, working, living, making sure that, I've been taking care of myself.
No, I wasn't doing all of that.
I did that, but I feel as though, to be honest, to say that I'm an adult and make adult decisions, and actually when I can honestly say it's been something like mid-20s where not necessarily, it's weird, like, it's just I don't look at myself as a girl anymore. Like when that switch became where I decided to now I feel it's more as a woman became from 25.
Okay.
It happened where I just decided, okay, at this point, the type of things that I will put up with and will not deal with, what I expect. I actually had expectations for them. So my standards
get you some expectations and standards.
But I mean, I feel as though, and also looking at our friend circles, like our age group, I'm like really proud of the Black women that I'm surrounded by, because all of us are like, we have our own little thing going on, but everybody has standards. Like, and this is something. No, I mean,
I get it. That's important.
But it is, because no matter what we do, we might be on different paths, but we all have our own type of journey. But we push each other. So that's something that I do greatly appreciate, because you know what? And no matter how they paint us, or how destructive and evil or angry they paint us, bitch, I'm angry all day. But guess what? In my anger, I will push you.
Angry.
I'm not angry. Not at all.
It's just what the label that we wear.
Right. But honestly, I'll be that if that's what you want.
Being Black and opinionated.
Yeah, exactly. But according to who? Does that mean that I'm angry?
Exactly. Shout out to my girl, Miss So Opinionated. That's my dog. That's my dog. But yeah, I can say that my circle is diverse.
Right.
I don't really have. I have one female that I call a best friend.
Right.
I have several females that I call friends. I have like it's a circle,
Yeah.
You have your closest friends,
like
and then out you have a little closer, and then just the motherfuckers you fuck with occasionally. So it's a few. But I also have men in that circle, which complicates things
Mm-hmm.
a lot. Also pushes you a lot more because guys are way more harsh. Well, maybe not harsh. They're more honest with their opinions of you. And I really appreciate that. So I really enjoy having the balance. And we're all on this path where we're starting to get a grasp on what we want out of life and where we want to be in the next 5 years because we have all decided that at 30, if you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit. You ain't gonna So me and my friends, we're ready. Right. We're on the ground. We're running. I'm Wilma Rudolph, bitch. Right. I'm trying to get there. So I'm gonna be something at 30. Maybe not what, I don't want to be no nerd or, the typical route that everybody else takes. Right. It was never in me. I always told motherfuckers I would be successful, but my success would never be ordinary. Right. You wouldn't be able to put your finger on it and say she's going to do that.
As long as you don't do porn, bitch, you should be good.
Porn's an option.
She's like, I have no cats.
Porn's an option. Porn's an option. Right. I think at some point, no, it's not an option. It's not an option. But yes, I think it's around that 25, 26, when you start having to purchase your car for the first time and pay your own health insurance. Things get real. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, bitch, I haven't been an adult that long. I became an adult. I've always had dreams, and I always knew that I wanted to do what I wanted to do, but not actually be able to put my finger on it.
Right.
But I became an adult last year when my dad, best thing he did was push me in the water and say, "Bitch, swim."
Right.
He didn't say it like that, but
in so many words.
I needed a car, and he said, "I'm not helping you," and I had to go and get my own car.
Right.
So making your own car purchase and having to pay for your own. I also got kicked off his health insurance last year, but thank you, Obamacare, for keeping me on a little while longer. So I had those two things made me feel like, oh, bitch, shit is real. Like, you're responsible. Right. But that opened the damn floodgates to me being, I'm probably the most disrespectful child, according to most parents. Because I don't give a fuck no more. You don't pay shit for me. I feel like I'm grown. If you're not paying shit for me, then I don't have to hold my tongue on my opinion on what you say.
Okay. See, and that's a good, and I can say with me, I wouldn't say I'm disrespectful. I watch how I say things.
Of course.
But I don't watch what I say. So let's put it like that. So I feel as if though with my mom, it's just certain type of things where I'm saying like we're adults now, which means I won't go ahead and say all types of nonsense to you. But as far as this goes, you're not crossing that, that line. Like there are boundaries now, which means if I'm at your house and you start acting crazy, I can leave. Which I will. Mm-hmm. So back in the day, you would sit there and listen because you needed to listen because you might need your light bill paid type of situation.
Oh, girl, I know that humble me moment.
Right. And we ain't there no more.
We still pay my cell phone bill. Let me shut the fuck up. Because I got a text like a motherfucker. Mm-hmm. So, no, I don't have that anymore. I hang my phone up when I want to. If a motherfucker happen to slip out, now I'll never curse at my parents.
Right.
But I don't see anything wrong with cursing. My great-grandmother, God rest her soul, she died when she was 92. She told me to curse and never stop. I had seen that she was 92 when she died, and she had like 50 years, 40 years on most of these niggas out here telling me not to curse.
Right.
I'm going with what she said.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I feel as though with cursing, like people make such a big deal out of it. I feel like it's a way for me to express myself, for one, and put emphasis on something. And last but not least, honestly, I'd rather curse about something than do something about it.
Good girl.
So leave me alone. So if I want to put a motherfucker here and there, then let me do that.
The motherfucker just makes it sound better. It just works. Right. It works great.
But
so we've been talking, rambling. Can't help that. That's just what can't find a better word.
How it happens.
Females do. Right. We ramble. It's because our minds are so great and beautiful.
And
it's
complex,
always
right?
and complex. We just be on a different circuit every now and again. But we're just gonna try to jump back into this about us a little bit more. So what would you say the biggest lesson you've learned in Atlanta been?
I guess the biggest lesson for me has been how to stay at home sometimes. Like to
Mm.
me, and this is why I said Atlanta was like it was kind of my point for me to move here because I wasn't able to sit down, and my biggest thing was peace, be still. It's like it's weird, but like I have, going out with your friends and going out to drink. There's so much stuff that you can do. There's always something that you can do, but in order for you to be comfortable with yourself, find yourself, progress, you might have to sit the fuck down sometimes and stay at home. And actually being okay with yourself, which means, without drinking, smoking, whatever the hell you do, no other vices, but actually being at home and actually having to focus on you is the scariest shit I've ever done, but the best thing I've
It's
done.
the best thing any male, female can ever do is to take time and sit with you. That's my issue. That's the real reason why I'm single.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had to learn to fall in love with who I was.
Right.
And once you do that, it's kind of hard to break up with yourself because then you start being real good
Yes.
to yourself. And it's like, I don't have time for that. You learn what you will deal with, what you won't deal with,
Mm-hmm.
what you will take, what you won't take,
Right.
what you actually want, your triggers, what you want out of life. And when things don't line up with that, you kick that shit out the window and you keep it pushing.
Right. But my thing is like, at what point did you find out what it was that you wanted? Like, when did your needs or want, like, when did you distinguish what was what?
What was a need and what was a want?
Right.
I'm still working on that. I'm still working on that because my idea of what I want in a guy is skewed. I don't think it's reasonable.
Right.
But I understand that it's not it may not be reasonable. It's something that I get. I know I'm tripping. I know it. So I'm okay with that. Bitch, I done broke this pen. I don't know what the fuck I did.
You over here breaking my pen.
I'm tearing up shit. See, this
But
is why you can't come to people's shit. This is why they don't invite niggas. They tear up shit.
I think as far as want and needs, to me, I think it was a trial and error thing. Like I moved here. This is pretty much like trying Tinder and other dating apps and stuff. And
Mm-hmm.
I ended up. Who did I meet off of Tinder? I met this guy who was really, really, really like. That's the only guy I've ever like met up face up,
Mm-hmm.
and he was just really, really holy and tried to preach to me, which is cool. Have your faith and all, but
Hold up, nigga. Did you just say?
yes, and I'm just like my nigga, you on Tinder though, so it was just a big. It was just really weird
Mm-hmm.
because. So yeah. Anyway, I'm not even gonna put this dude on bash like that, but it was just weird. But
He was trying to preach to you. He was trying to bring you having a come Jesus moment. Like, come
yeah,
here.
right. But I think in Atlanta, it's a lot of different people from all over the place. So for Atlanta, like Atlanta, the dynamics have changed here. I personally think
Yeah,
that
sure.
it's a great city to make a start and possibly find yourself, but it's also a great way to lose yourself.
Absolutely.
So it's whatever you really come
What
down
you
here
looking for?
right. You just need to be on it.
So know what you're looking for when
Right.
you come to Atlanta.
Be ready for the shenanigans.
Don't come here trying to find yourself. You need to be found when you get here
Right.
and have a plan.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's great for it's like LA. You don't go to LA and look for yourself because you'll drown. You go to
Right.
LA when you're trying to build and establish. And
You know
grow.
who you are and you're trying to make it
Yeah,
from there.
yeah.
Right.
So that's kind of what Atlanta is becoming, even though it's in the South and most places in the South are slower and great for you to kind of like settle in and find out who you are. Atlanta does not follow the map. It's
No.
like Miami.
Right.
It sits apart from the rest of the South as far as the culture and the dynamics of it. It's definitely
The
not
speed
a
in
place.
Atlanta, the way things move and operate in Atlanta is different.
Absolutely different.
I have a love-hate relationship with Atlanta.
What's one thing you love about Atlanta?
I love the fact that I'm actually working in an environment with 90% black people
That's
of
my
different ages.
favorite thing about Atlanta is
And
the black culture.
and it's crazy and it sounds crazy, but I can actually say I go to work and I work for a Fortune 500 company. I go to work and I have superiors of mine that are, our parents' ages and so forth, or even our ages, like coworkers and so forth where we share life with each other, but it's educated people. So granted, you have your, outlines
Okay.
and whatever.
Yeah, but those are expected.
But it's just like when people get shot in the street and it's all over the news, or we protest and stuff happens. And when I go to work, I don't have to switch off who I am.
Oh wow, I do.
So it's like if I feel like emotionally I'm grieving, when stuff happens, like you're grieving, for example, no, when Trump won, I went to work and people called out left and right, but people came in, but people, you can tell we were emotional, like people were grieving. So, and I mean, the fact that I don't have to come to work and act like I'm straight, or have Susan ask me, oh, why you looking like that today? Bitch, I don't have to,
Yeah,
I
that's something that I can say I have not experienced much. I would like to experience that. I've never really worked in a large corporation where the majority of the upper management was same color as me.
Right.
The place that I work at now, it's like three of us.
Right.
It's like three black people. Whenever they're talking politics, I feel kind of like Uncle Tom because I don't say anything because we're outnumbered and they know we're outnumbered. I just try to ignore them and they say shit like, well, they said something one time and I wanted to get up and I was like, oh God, see, this is why I hate working for people because I want to go check this nigga.
Right.
They said something about, well, if they're going to kill themselves, then why they complaining about us killing them? I'm like, and you don't see the problem here.
Right.
You thought that was okay to say.
Right.
And they were just agreeing. And I'm like, y'all know y'all have like three black people in here who can hear this conversation, and you're not being sensitive to that at all. You don't care.
No, it's not about being sensitive. Like you were saying, it's like, oh, we outnumber you though. So
yeah. So what are you gonna say? So yes, I felt very intimidated. I think a lack of diversity in the office creates a hostile environment, regardless.
It does.
You have to have
but you know what's funny? Like, it's real funny, like, because we had, there was a white guy that actually worked in my department, whatever, and he was like that token white guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to UJ, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So he was included. Like, he wasn't excluded, he was included. And you know how we have a pack type of nature, but he was never excluded for being different. So we're very inclusive now. We will include you. But it was just kind of a type of situation. Every now and then, certain type of humor he wouldn't get, or people wouldn't get him. Mm-hmm. So with me, his humor was very dry.
Okay.
And people, and then people would take it as racist when he would say certain things. And what I realized is with a lot of people, it's classism, not racism.
Yeah, that's true.
So people want to feel some type of way when it's
different.
Right. And I was like, that's not racism. I was like, he's just he's bougie shit. The nigga grew up privileged as hell. So you mad at him.
Different.
Right. Because his view is different. So it's not his fault that he grew up privileged. And I would never fault you for that. And for you to be ignorant due to the fact that you never had to struggle, that's not your fault either. And I'm not going to be mad at you for that.
No.
But my thing is now when people or our people fault other people or even other black people for the fact that they didn't struggle, that's the problem.
That's definitely a problem. My dad is like that. Let me put his ass out there. Well, he's like that in a way. My dad didn't have like the easiest upbringing, but he fought his way to middle class.
Right.
He got there, but he wants us to have an impoverished lifestyle.
So you have to
because he's like, I didn't have it, so you should. I'm like, you do now, so that I can. You didn't do all of that for me to start at the same level that you did.
That's my question. But
he legit does not think he's supposed to help you with shit because he has to help with shit.
But my question is, so why is it that with our people? Because if you look at other people, they, for example, they will sacrifice for their kids to make sure that the kids have more.
Girl, bye.
So why is it with our people?
My daddy, what the fuck? Girl, bye. My daddy gonna look at you like, girl, you been on my phone. Girl, I never forget the worst thing my dad ever did to me. We were freshmen in college, and everybody had text messaging. This is when text messaging was unlimited, bitch. It was like $10 a month. And my dad was like, I'm not getting you text messaging. I'm not getting you text messaging. And so I knew all his passwords and shit. You know, I was a little sneaky bitch. So I called AT&T and I put the shit on there my damn self. Girl, he found out and he called and gave me the cursing out of my life. I was like, but why won't you just get it? Because you don't need it. I'm like, well, Daddy, the Boris people have text messaging. Why can't I have it? My daddy is making six figure. How can I have it?
Right.
Because I'm not paying for it. I don't think you had it. I didn't have text messaging. Hell, I didn't have a cell phone. Now flip off. I had a flip phone, so it was disrespectful.
But she's like, you didn't get it, but you're right.
Yeah, it was disrespectful. I think. Oh, hold on. In 2017, up until 2017, what now would you say is your conclusion?
I guess my conclusion or my resolve is what I've learned thus far is that I don't know shit.
Facts.
That I know enough not to drown.
All right now,
but I'm in the process of teaching myself how to swim.
Okay.
So I feel as if though my 20s are ending, I have solid two and a half years left. These last 2.5 years, this is what we're going to do. By the time that I'm 30, like this is our prime, and I enjoy it. I'll make sure this is gonna be a good ride. So let's make this work.
Okay.
How about yourself?
That's something great. Okay. My resolve was it was more self-analyzing. I learned a lot about myself, so I guess it's kind of falls along the lines of the same thing that you said. I don't know everything, so we agree on that. But if you ask me,
I'm like, hey, I got the answer.
I got an answer for your ass. But no, I don't know everything. I've honed in on like my bad habits. I do not know how to commit to things. And I don't really follow through. So my thing for this year and moving forward is to follow through with things that I start because I'm tired of seeing motherfuckers releasing my ideas, making millions. Okay, and I can't be upset if I didn't follow through with it. So I'm trying to work on that as well as I'm trying to be open to change because I've been very closed off to a lot of stuff because I was in my own little bubble. So I'm trying to step outside of my bubble and be open to new things and new people in my life.
I like that.
Kind of.
Right, with a grain of salt.
Just with a grain of salt.
But you know what? Going forward, I'm looking forward to having these conversations also with our listeners, getting the feedback here and there. But also, I mean, hearing other stories and actually learning from them as well, you know what I mean? Because
very true. So you want to do the listener thing?
Yeah.
We can do that. That'd be great. I had a girl that I talked to on our page today. And she was asking a question, and I responded to the question. It's fun, like interacting with her. So I was like, "Yeah, this would be great if we had listeners." Do you think we should do the phone thing, or just let them tell us if they want to do it?
I was about to say, let's see what they want to do. So if we get responses as to what if they want to call in, or if we should do that, live tweet or something crazy, of that nature, we can, be real organic with it. And let it happen.
Okay. So this has been a quick little first date. As you can tell, we talk too fucking much on the first date. So we're hoping that you give us a second one.
Right.
We're cheap dates. I drink water the whole time, and she just had one glass of wine. So you're not gonna spend much money. There was no, we didn't order the most expensive thing on the menu. We didn't even fucking eat. We were just here for your conversation. So we're probably like a bar date. Like you can take us to Applebee's or some shit.
I don't know about that. Does Applebee's have wine?
I mean, well, Applebee's has wine. I mean, probably not the best wine. You like some barefoot from behind the counter or something, but barefoot is good when you broke that little $5.99 to get you there. So yeah, we're gonna keep moving forward with the podcast. It's been really fun. I can't wait to talk to you guys. Please check out our website at accordingtowho.com. Not at. Damn. www.accordingtowho.com. I'm such a social media child. Everything is at.
Yes.
Check out our Twitter at According to Who. Follow our Facebook page, According to Who. Everything is according to who, bitch. So make sure
Yes.
you go check on that. You'll get all of the great questions that we ask daily. You'll get our tips. You'll get our little inspiration that we like to send you guys. Hopefully, you guys are sharing, retweeting, and responding to that stuff because it takes a lot of time. And when you guys don't respond, share, or comment, I'm like, what the fuck? Because those videos are not easy to edit at all. Even though you've only seen like at this point, you'll probably see like you have seen like 3 or 4. But it doesn't matter. It takes time that I can't get back. So I am wrap me up. Go ahead. You end it out because I'm distraught about my videos that I get like to.
Anyway, according to who, listen, follow back, do all of that good stuff. We love you guys and welcome to Atlanta.